You want to make a sale in your next webinar? Then stop sharing all your knowledge and all your expertise and ask yourself this one question. This one. However, it's just one question. And that is, what makes my audience want my offer? Sometimes it's really that easy. But don't leave, stay, because I show you how you're gonna do that. I'm Janine, your out-of-the-box webinar trainer, and in this video I show you what you need to do to make your audience want your offer. Because that's for sure, if no one wants what you're offering, you're not gonna make a sale. But why is it so important people want your offer? Isn't it enough if you tell your audience what they need? Because then it's pretty obvious that they're gonna buy your offer because you solved their problem. Let's talk about what it means if someone needs something. I need a lot of things every day. I need to go to the doctor when I'm in pain, or I need to shop some groceries if I want to have some food, or I need to do the work in my office if I want to keep my business running. We all need a lot of things, but does that sound appealing and pleasant? Normally the things that we need are the things that we want to get rid of, we want to delegate, we want to get the job done. Actually, it's not something that we love to do. It's not something that we really want. It's more an annoying thing, something we would like to avoid and get rid of. Yes, we know some things need to be done, but when we can avoid them, when we can get rid of them, it's so much better. And my question for you is that something you want to sell? All the things people actually like to avoid or get rid of them? And how much money are you ready to invest of something that is needed? Normally, it's not more than necessary. And your clients are the same, your audience exactly the same. They don't want to invest more than necessary in something they need. And this is the moment where people start to look out for the cheapest solution, the fastest solution, the done for you job. And that's the moment where you become actually very vulnerable, because now you are in a direct competition. People are comparing you to others, and they start thinking, probably I can get it cheaper somewhere else. Probably I get more done somewhere else. Probably I get it done faster somewhere else. So you are in a direct competition because all you do is telling your audience what they need. And the only way to get out of the direct competition is to create what I call I wanna have that moments. So let's think a bit about it. What are you ready to do for things you want to have, for moments you want to experience? That is so much more powerful. Let me ask you something. What have you done to get to your first concert? What have you done to get to certain places you always wanted to see? What have you done to meet people you always wanted to meet? We do silly things for things we want. We spend an absurd amount of money for things we want. Because desire is the most powerful emotion you can have. Let me share this story with you just to demonstrate you how powerful desire and want can be. Last week I just came back from a trip from Paris, and the only reason why I booked a night train here from Vienna to Paris is because I wanted to see an exhibition, a specific exhibition, and I knew the doors were closing and I had to pick up this opportunity to go there. Paris is not far away from here, so from time to time we spend a few days in Paris, and I asked my husband to like to spend a few days there, and he said, "Are you crazy? We are melting here. It's so hot. Paris, it's the same level. It's so hot there. Have you checked the weather?" And I was like, "Yeah, no, but I really, really would like to see that exhibition. I mean, if you don't want to join me, I'm going." And he was like, "Okay, let's do this together. A few days in Paris, it's nice." Okay, so we booked. And the closer we got to the departure time, the more nervous my husband got. And he was constantly asking me, "Are you sure it's going to be hot?" And I was like, "Yeah, I want to see that. So we went there, and yeah, it got freaking hot. I mean, really, really hot, 38 degrees. I left more sweat there than anywhere else. It was really, I really thought I'm melting into the street. It was so hot. But in the museum, of course, it was cool. So I watched 2 exhibitions. It paid off because it was so fabulous, and the French really can present. They really know how to execute a fashion exhibition. It was amazing. The gold exhibition showing dresses from Guopei, and the other one, couture in the Louvre. I think I spent about 6 hours there, and it was one of the most beautiful, amazing, fantastic exhibition I've ever seen. I do not regret a single second there. I absolutely loved it. And yes, we spent 6 hours there because I said to my husband, you have to drag me out of that. It's so fantastic cool here. I don't want to go out into the sun. Well, you know, at some point we had to leave. But I can tell you, that's the power of desire. If you want something, you do probably things that are not reasonable, that are stupid, however. And but you want to have that, you're doing that. And that is a powerful emotion you need to create throughout your presentation. Let me show you how you're doing that. And by the end of this video, I also give you a bonus tip that makes sure that people really signing up at the end of your presentation. So stay tuned. If you want to sell a program, a training, a one-to-one coaching, a group program, an online course, then the best tool for it is a presentation, a webinar, a masterclass. Doesn't matter if it is live or pre-recorded. So when you don't have a really large audience, you have difficulties to get people to sign up, then it makes sense to do a pre-recorded masterclass. If you have a large audience, then invite them to a webinar. It's not about sharing your expertise and your knowledge. It's about the time. It's the time you need to make your audience want your offer. That is what your presentation is actually for. Let's have a closer look here. Let's say this is your presentation. Here is your offer, your beautiful, amazing, fantastic offer you would like to sell. Here are the people you invited. And at the end, you leave some time to pitch your offer. And now you have 60 minutes to make your audience want your offer before the pitch. Okay? They need to want your offer before the pitch. So how you're gonna do that? Because if they're ready for your offer, if they want it, it's much easier to sell. So let's make sure you have that right. Okay, let's do this together. Because the thing is, if you cannot create desire throughout your presentation, people are leaving here, or they're leaving here, or they're leaving here, before they even hear anything about your pitch. So it makes sense to use this time not only to share what you know, but really to create that, I want to have that moment, okay? Let's do this together. But before we start, this is the perfect moment to subscribe to my channel, especially if you want to know more about high converting presentations. And if you like my video, I'm really happy if you leave a like here. And now I want to do something with you in the comment section. So I want you to prepare to do something in the comments, because I'm a fan of taking action. Yes, you can passively watch this video, but you take the most out of it if you do this assignment together with me. And I promise you, I give feedback to every single comment. Okay? Promise here. So I want you to write the following thing in the comment section. That is outcome. Okay? You need to talk about the outcome of your offer. But before you can talk about that and really use that in your presentation, you need to define it. You need to be very clear what is the outcome of your offer. Okay, so write outcome and then write what it is. What is the result of your offer? I would like to do it together with you. That means I come up with an example. Let's say your offer, that's just an example, okay? Let's say your offer is that you help people in a group coaching to write better emails, okay? The result would be that there is an increase of opening rate. Okay, that is the result, the increase of opening rate. But what does that mean? What does it actually mean? That means that more people are going to open your email, and more people are going to read the email, click the button, and buy. And that means that leads to more sales. And that, because everything has another result, and that leads to the final result, and the final result is a better life. Now you can, fulfill your dreams, invest, do whatever you can. So now we became much more specific, and it's not so abstract anymore. Now it becomes real. So the outcome of your program, just in case that this is what you're offering, is that you help your audience to increase the opening rate. That leads to more sales, and more sales lead to a better life. And you have to talk about that in your presentation before your pitch. You have to make it sound real, not abstract with numbers and statistics, but really real. What does it mean, and how do people feel about it? And now it comes, because this is a lot of people are doing already in a presentation, but now you need to combine it. And this is what most people are leaving out, and I don't want you to leave that out, and that is the execution. How are you going to execute your program? That can be, and I want you to write into the comment section, not only the outcome and where does it lead to, but now also the execution. And the execution is, what is it? One-to-one coaching, a group program? Is it a membership, a mastermind, an online course? Whatever it is, I want you to write it down under execution. Let's say it's a group coaching. Okay? So let's keep that example here. It's a group coaching. What are the benefits of a group coaching? Have you ever defined your benefits of a group coaching, or the benefits of a one-to-one or an online course? What are the true benefits? It's that I roll out the red carpet for you treatment. It's that you get one-to-one guidance from me through the whole transformation. In a one-to-one coaching, it's actually more clear what benefits are. What are the benefits of a group coaching? What are you offering your audience in your group? Can they find a business buddy? Or do you give them the possibility to form small groups so they can brainstorm and exchange? What is the energy in the group? How are they interacting with each other? What benefits do you offer in your group coaching? What are the benefits of a membership? That people get consistent coaching every month from you. What are the benefits of an online course? What does it mean to not only buy the course but really finish it? Because that's what you want. You want them to finish your course so that you can turn them into really good testimonials. So make it sound desirable to finish the course, to really watch that all, to block the time and say, do not split it into 300 pieces, but really block your time and make 2 hours in one day and immediately implement what you have learned. So your audience gets faster to a better result. So list all the benefits that you are offering in a specific execution. And that leads to high emotion, because now people start to connect not only with your offer, but they love to be part of the room you're opening for them. They love to be part of that super special VIP treatment in your one-to-one, or they want to be part of the cool group, or they want to be a member, VIP member in your membership, or they really want to get to that quick implementing part when watching your online course. So whatever it is, you need to pair them, the result or the outcome of your offer and the way how you execute it before you pitch. Okay, so let's have a look how you sprinkle that into your presentation. Because the thing is, when you constantly talk about your offer and how amazing it is and how it feels like, then it comes up a little bit too salesy. So that's not what we want. What you need to do is you use your testimonials and let them tell the story. Let your testimonials tell the story. Testimonials are super, super important in a presentation because they give you social proof. Testimonials need to be used on purpose. So when you just use them to get praise and let your audience know this is how amazing I am, and every testimonial says, oh, since working with this and that person, I got this massive results. It's nice to hear that 1, 2, maybe 3 times. After that, it starts getting really boring and even annoying, because then you think your audience will think, yeah, no, you're the greatest. Okay, so that's not where we want to go. We want to use our testimonials to let them tell the story and bring in the emotion that comes with the result of your offer and with the way how you executed it. So let's have a closer look here. So in between your content, you use your testimonials as an example, and you let them talk about how they have overcome one of the obstacles, how you have helped them to get out of the place where they're stuck at and to start changing. So what happens there? Let them talk, let them tell all the emotions. By talking about your testimonials, you let your audience feel exactly the same way how your testimonial felt. You let them identify with them, see themselves as your future client, because they are exactly in the same situation right now. And now they need to know how other people have overcome that. That is highly emotional. Now you come up with another testimonial story talking about how the people inside the group were empowering each other and how they helped each other to get faster and better results. Wow, another heart. So you see how this is growing. Now you sprinkle in another testimonial story talking about how quickly they changed and how quickly they came up with the first results. Here we go. And you constantly keep preparing your audience, not only for your offer, but also for the way how you execute it. So before you even pitch, they are highly emotionally connected with your offer, and they want to be part of the room you're offering. They want to be part of the one-to-one guidance or the group coaching or the online course. So they want to be already part of the way how you execute it. And that is happening before you pitch. So let's sum this up. What you need to do is to define the result of your program, of your offer. That leads to a final result that is normally better health, better life, better, I don't know, whatever it is. It's not only the actual result, but also where does it lead. So if you can help your audience increase the opening rate, that leads to more money, that leads to a better life. If you help your audience to lose weight, then you are offering a specific diet that leads to weight loss, that leads to a healthier life. If you are offering mindset coaching, that leads to better decisions, that leads to more money. That leads to a better life, and so on. So define the results of your offer as precise as possible, and then define the benefits of the way how you execute your offer. One-to-one, group coaching, membership, online course. What are the benefits that you are offering in the way how you execute your offer? You need to bring that in your presentation before you pitch. You create your wanna have that moment, and you make more sales, promise you. And especially if you make it sound desirable. If you make it sound desirable, people love to buy. In the beginning of this video, I promised you a bonus tip. Now it's time for that tip. Here I show you what you can do so your offer feels like the next logical, natural step. Ready? Okay. So we're back here. Now you created all those I want to have that moment, but we are not done yet. So you need to do something right before the pitch, which is super, super powerful, works every time, I promise you. There are actually 2 things you need to do. And the first thing is you help your audience make a decision. This is a very powerful move between A or B. Do not think that the choice between good and bad is a real decision, because everyone is going to choose the good one. No, we really want to come up with a decision that is equal, something between A or B. Both are fine. That's the thing. Both are fine. But this is so powerful because sometimes people need someone to help them make the decision to overcome a really huge obstacle. That is, do I need to go this way or do I need to go this way? I cannot decide. People cannot decide. They hear so many tips from all sides and they just cannot decide. And you help them to decide so they are able to make the next step. That can be, let's stick to the example with the emails. You ask them, are you a storyteller? And do you feel confident and fine when you share personal story, when everything sounds like a story, when you really like to talk about it and to come up with something that feels very personal? Then you're probably more a storyteller. Or do you like to stir a controversial? Are you provocative? People have different personalities. You can do this in every niche because people are always two different personalities, and sometimes they just need to get help to point it out and say, yeah, this is me. And normally that leads to different actions. So when you say both is fine, but you just need to act in a different way, then you help them so much already. So they are going out of the presentation thinking, oh my goodness, this helped me to make my next step, because I was never able to do that actually simple, but for some people just difficult decision. So come up with something simple but very effective. A decision between A or B, both are equal. And then you add them, or you connect them with a simple task. Because now you say, okay, now let's take action. Now you know you're a storyteller. When you are a storyteller, you need to use this formula. Let's create your first subject line. Using this formula, all you have to do is fill in the blanks. And you are offering a simple formula for a great subject line. Or you are more the provocative person, then you need to come up with another formula. Not the storyteller formula, but more the provocative formula. And you offer them two different tasks they can now implement right away, something very simple. And that means that they started not only to make a big decision, but they started to take action. They started already to implement. You already invited them into your program. They already put their feet, the first step into your program, so that doing the rest, finishing it, it sounds like an invitation. It's really, it's the next natural step. It feels very natural, not salesy at all, because now you can say, okay, let's implement. Let's finish what we've started here in my program. It's very clear that now it comes the part where they need to invest something, but it's much more easier. They already want that, and now they are slightly into your program, and it feels just very, very natural to do the next step and sign up for your program. I'd love to see the outcome and where it leads to, and love to see how you are going to execute it. Let me know in the comments. I promise you I give you feedback. And if you're ready to work on your own presentation, all you have to do is scroll down, check my links, and see if one of the programs is something you really want.